Imagine waking up on the edge of a cliff, 2,600 feet above the ground. Imagine children climbing up and down 800 steps every day just to go to school. Sounds like a scene from an adventure movie, right? But for one remote community in China, this is real life. Good morning, everyone. My name is Norzia Muari, and today I am going to take you to a place that is almost unbelievable. The cliff village of Atula, which is located in Sichuan, China. In this video, I will share the fascinating history and unique location of Atula village. I will also take you through the incredible daily lives of its villagers, highlighting the challenges they face and the ongoing modernization efforts that are transforming their way of life. By the end of the journey, I hope you will understand why this village is so special and why it has captured the world's attention. Let's begin. Atula is located in Liangshanyi Autonomous Prefecture, Sichuan Province, deep in the mountains of southwest China. It is home to around 500 people from Yi ethnic minority, one of China's oldest indigenous groups. The Yi people have lived in these mountains for hundreds of years, building their homes high above the ground. Now, the big question is, why did they settle on a cliff? This answer goes back to history. In ancient times, the Yi people built their village in the mountains to protect themselves from invaders and wild animals. This location was perfect for safety, but extremely difficult for daily life. For centuries, the only way in and out of the village was a handmade wine ladder hanging from the cliffside. Imagine having no roads, no cars, but just a sheer rock wall separating you from the outside world. Now, let me take you on a morning life of a child in Atula. It is 5:30 a.m. The sun is rising. A group of young school children as young as 6 years old left their homes and began a terrifying journey down an 800-step vine ladder. One wrong step, they could fall thousands of feet below. For many years, these children had no choice but to take this dangerous path just to get an education. The journey took 2 hours each way, and they did this every single day. In 216, a Chinese journalist took shocking photo of these children climbing the cliff. The image went viral worldwide, and the world was shocked. People started asking, why is this still happening today? The Chinese government responded by building a steel staircase with handrails in 2017. Replacing the vine ladder. This was a huge improvement, but still, even today, children must climb over 800 steps to reach school. So the next time you feel tired walking to school, just remember the children of Atula. Living on a cliff means no supermarkets, no easy transportation, and very few resources. So how do villagers survive in such a challenging environment? Since there is very little flat land, they practice farming on steep terraces, growing crops like corn, potatoes, and chili peppers on narrow strips carved in the mountainside. They also raise livestock, including chickens, goats, and pigs. Whose space is so limited that the animals often roam freely near the cliffs. Additionally, villagers must carry heavy supplies by hand, hauling sacks of food, water, and firewood up to 800 step ladder or staircase, making daily life a true test of endurance and strength. Water is another big challenge. Since there are no water pipes, villagers must hike down the mountain and fetch water in buckets and carry it up back. Electricity was only introduced to the village in 2003, bringing a significant change to their way of life. Internet access arrived just a few years ago, slowly connecting the villagers to the outside world. However, medical care remains a major challenge, as the nearest hospital is miles away, making access to healthcare difficult. It can be a life or death challenge. Despite this hardship, the villagers refuse to leave. For them, Atula is not just a home, but it's their identity, their history, and their way of life. In recent years, modernization has started to transform Atula village. In 2016, a steel staircase was built to replace the dangerous vine ladder, making the journey safer for villagers. Additionally, roads and bridges have been constructed to improve access to the village, reducing its isolation. For those seeking a better quality of life, new apartments were offered to families who wish to relocate to more developed areas. In 2020, 84 families moved to modern apartments in nearby towns. For many, this was a dream come true: running water, proper school, and job opportunities. But not everyone wanted to live. For many villagers, Atula is more than just a place, but it is their ancestral home. Moving away means losing their traditions, their farming lifestyle, and their deep connection to the land. The village teaches us some valuable lessons. First, it shows that people have the resilience to survive even in the hardest environments. Second, it reminds us that a home is not just about comfort, but it is deeply connected to history, culture, and tradition. Finally, it highlights that while modernization can bring new opportunities, it also comes with difficult choices that can impact communities and their way of life. Atula village is not just a place, but its story of survival, culture, and the clash between old and new. Should Atula be abandoned, or should it continue to adapt? What do you think? As we sit in our comfortable homes, let's take a moment to appreciate the strength of those who live in places like Atula. Thank you for joining me on this journey to China's Cliff Village. Share.